Spooky. That was good. I was practicing my chickadee chickadee jackathon moves in Transylvania to get in the spirit for this film or movie. Which of it? Which one? We'll find out soon. I didn't say which movie. I said whether it's a film or a movie. We'll get to the bottom of it right after this. It's a vehicle of 2023. Don't give them any ideas for new reboots. They've stop it. It's already dead. Hey, can it be both? There were other actors in it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell that tell that to the Hobbit trilogy, okay? It worked for them and it worked for this. Not. They both sucked. Now, but listen, we're not here to talk about the Hobbit trilogy. We'll save that for another Jackathon. I will say this movie was very bad. Very bad. This movie is like Alien, but it's instead of being in space, it's on water, and instead of being good, it's bad. Exactly, yes. And instead of an amazing creature design, it's a CGI'd piece of crap made on a 2001 Macintosh computer. Go ahead. It actually looks like one of those creatures from the movie The Descent, if it had wings and was made with bad CGI instead of makeup. I hated the creature design and I hated the look of it and the way it moved and the way because it was horribly unscary to me. It looked just so bland. It looked like a henchman in another movie, where it's like before we get to the main villain, we have to get through this CGI monster. Like yeah, exactly. Like you see like seven of them, or maybe like an army that the Avengers have to fight that are just like They look all the same and are easy to kill without morals. Yeah, they kind of look like shitty Chitaris. Yes. Stupid fat processes. I need my ears extended. Yet they still failed. Listen, we'll get to its other failings. Don't you worry. No, we're not there now. I'm not done shitting on this character design. Um, well, my main thing was why didn't they just do it practical? The opening scene of Dracula, you just see his hand, and it's a practical hand in makeup, and it got me so excited because I was like, oh, maybe they're gonna do it in practical, and then maybe at the end, I knew it was gonna turn into a CGI crap fest by the end, but I thought maybe slowly he'd turn into a CGI crap fest and start off practical, but no, they didn't, and he was crappy. Now I'm done. That is riveting. Needed to know that. Love the premise. Oh, you will. You will. If you haven't seen the movie, he looks like an orc with wings, right? Sorry, he looks like an orc from The Hobbit with wings. Closer. Lost out to them how? It did. It was in theaters. Just nobody saw it. That's like that. That's like a philosophical. That's like a philo- philosophical question. If a movie goes to theaters but no one watches it, was it truly in theaters? Whoa, and that's a low budget nowadays. Yeah, I was just. Did anybody get scared at all? Oh no. Were you scared? Oh no. It's a 3D rendering of a PS3 game. Look out! His face was so stupid. Not at all. It was excellent. And they also faked you out with it too. Because you're like, oh, they're not going to kill him. They're not going to kill him. And then they bite. Then the spoilers. Then Dracula bites him, and you're like, he's not going to die. And then he like goes limp, and you're like, oh wow, they're going to kill him. Yeah. And then you're like, and then you go in your head. You're like, I knew it. They couldn't. They weren't going to do it. And then then he dies off screen. They're like, and you're like, oh, he's dead. Okay, wow, good for you, movie, for like pulling the trigger on that, And then the captain's like, he moved, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna like come back. I'm like, I was like, that's weird. And then he comes back to life, and it's just like horrible, just horrifying. He just burns to death by far. And my wife looked at my screen at that one moment. She's like, "Was that a child?" I'm like, "It was." I wish he was in it more. Well, he's just well, we're coming. We're getting to all of that. Don't you worry. Yeah, he was. He was underutilized, I believe. Yes, they were going to say some chutzpah. Play a scared guy. Just, but then they wouldn't be homeless. Yeah, it echoes throughout the whole thing. And did the vampire learn the echo system, the knocking system, like immediately? Who taught him that? Yeah, they're all knocking everywhere. What is that system? It's like, well, you knock and then they knock and then he knocks and then nothing happens. And then and they'll knock back. That's not how echoes work. Yeah, that's so true. Well, that's why I thought it was people knocking back, and I'm like, So you knock and they knock back, and then that nothing happens. I don't. But that's not how wood works. Yeah, you know what? And the amount of echoes that you hear is like the equivalent of a giant chasm. Like not even if that chip was hollow, like cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. No, no, I got it, guys. It's because no, it's because the knock has to be two consecutive knocks, and the guy was banging his head in 4/4 time, and they're like, that's not on tempo. He's just saying, hey, please. No, no, Matt Smith. He would have the answer to all the Doctor Who questions. He would have used his sonic screwdriver. To what end? Who knows? But that boat had so much sonic. Oh, if he was a more if he was a Morbii? No, no, Matt Smith. No, except he would dance. Except he would dance sexily. He would dance sexily on the ship. Tom, that's obviously what would happen. But you just he would try and sex her. He tried and sex her hard. Um, he, he'd sex her real good, like a real jagathon. Um, but you just reminded me that the CGI of this creature looked like Morbius. That's an apt comparison. They're both bad. It is worse than Morbius, and that's saying something. TV, yeah, TV CGI is good. Duh? Who me? What's an 80? Don't need a synopsis, Chris. Oh, so like Team Kang's racket. So it's like TikTok is what you're saying. Move along. Yeah. All I heard is Langoliers. Well, you know what Michael Scott said. If he had Bin Laden, Hitler, and Toby in a room, he'd shoot Toby twice. Be free. Hey, you put some respect on LL Cool J's name, okay? Not the first to survive. Not the first. Well, they were trying to set up the Demeter verse with that sequel. It's called the Demeter verse, I believe the book is called. Bram. It's called Bram Stoker's Demeter verse. You leave the segueing to the Segway King. Wait, was Renfield in this movie? Oh, yes, yes. This you you know when someone says, "Oh, I like that," usually they'll say, "Oh, after watching that movie, it makes me want to read the book." Usually, you assume that's a good thing, but I'm getting that feeling in like a reverse way. Like this movie is bad. I want, and it's left so much that I don't understand that it makes me want to read the book. That's cool. Yeah. Now, was in the books was Dracula a Morbii? Like actually, like he was like a full on like man bat. No, I know that, but like, was he a guy or was he like a giant? How was? Yeah, and how is the CGI in the book? It hasn't aged well. Yeah. Oh no. Should we preface by saying, because I was wondering this as well. Like in the movie, in the cargo, they open up all his crates and they're filled with dirt, and they make a point of being like, "It's just dirt. Why would he have this?" And they never explain it. And they never explain it. That's cool. He doesn't get REM sleep when he's grumpy. He's grumpy when he wakes up. He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. Great explanation. What a great explanation. He could do magic shit with it. It's more than they gave us, so I will take it. Spoilers. It's, some people haven't gotten around to it. Okay, it hasn't passed the allotted time. That's she. That yeah. That's not extra. That's right. That's right. That's how you kill a vampire. Then you eat it. and point it out. Yeah. So you're saying it was you liked that they explained that. I did not understand any of that, and I have a bad brain. So I don't know if it's my bad brain or the bad movie. They can be true concordantly. No, don't you do that to him. Don't. I watched it with my brain. Um, Wait, he turns to mist? Well, why? No, there's just mist around the ship. That doesn't show. That doesn't mean it's him. If you want, yeah, yeah. You're saying he was the whole ocean fog? That was going for miles. Do you mean? Do you mean they don't show it? Period. The more I watch, that would be cooler. That would have been that would have been cooler. The more I learn about this Dracula, the more I realize it's just ripping off Morbius, and I'm kind of annoyed. Kind of because Morbius could fart gas. I mean, I guess we could all fart gas, but he could fart mist and turn into mist. It's Dracula. That's Dracula. No, no, no. That was me. Sorry. Did somebody fart in here? No, no. No, that's just Dracula's mist form. You say that every time. You know what? He's right. It's a long time ago. Just, no, no. I'd rather watch this movie. Yeah, the CGI is incredible. Some say qualms. Done and done. Checkmate. It's the last voyage of this dick. Logic be damned. I'll get. I'm gonna give you some of my fluids. I got a prescription. I'll allow it. Sustained. Listen, everybody knows that blood types wasn't discovered until early 19th century. Please do. So before, yeah, but this is earlier in the 19th century. No, listen, that's just like your opinion, man. Who says 1897 isn't early? It's the oh. Oh. Wow. Early. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And everybody gets confused when you say 19th. It sounds like the 1900s, but Kobe nailed it. Nailed it. So because because as I said before, because blood types wouldn't be discovered for another 4 years, which is what I said, they don't matter because if you don't know it, it's not illegal. So when he gave his blood, or when he, sorry, as I should state more correctly, as he gave the woman his fluids, as he gave him his seed. No, blood isn't seed. As he gave her, hold on, as he gave her his living cells in liquid form. Oh my God, that was right there, and I missed it. When he gave her his DNA, his fluids are so potent that not only can he save her, he can live a whole day. Well, sorry, he postponed her death. Not only can it correct blood loss, it can also deter virus of Dracula, and listen, everybody knows you can't have too much blood. That's just science. The more blood you have, the more powerful you are. Whoops. Maybe, maybe he was the one who invented it and he was perfecting it, which I think it was. how, how many K's in Culp? Um, the good Dutch? Um, thoroughly. No, he didn't give it to her because she was infected. No, hold on. Just give me a second. Infected with Dracula or infected with something else? Yeah, he didn't know Dracula. Like he didn't know Dracula was. I do. I have it all. I said, "What do I got, doctor?" He said, "Yes." Yes. Ooh. Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. Not about not. That's true. That's true. No, no. I believe in the movie he said I could give him my fluids, but I'm not gay. I think that line was in the movie. Yeah. And he said not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah. Also commonplace. As sailors are. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Was how non-racist everyone else was. No, that which is just yeah, yeah, that's true. If this movie was made today, that one would be probably the average. But back then, it would be this movie. No, I'm sorry, not made today. The story took place today. Sir, this is a cruise ship. It's a Disney cruise line. Still Russian. Well, yeah. I mean, listen. Much much like this ship, I assume the cruise line only has 8, 9 staff. That's all you need. That's how you communicate on the cruise line. I'll just stand here. Yeah, I'll just sit in the corner. I'll, I'll eat this for you. Two knocks is help. 2.5 is I'm baiting. Yeah. Cool. The real question is, how do you do a half knock? Yeah, exactly. Clearly, you've never worked on a boat. Yeah, well, too far. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, too much. Next question. Yeah, we're ready. They did a very poor job. He got killed and then tied to the wheel for some reason. Oh, he did? Yeah, what was that? Talking about a Christ complex. Didn't they already have a pulley system where ropes could be tied to the wheel to hold it in place? I know. Listen, wheels only go one way. Everyone knows. Everyone knows wheels only go right in North America and left in Australia. Yes. Hmm. Boats are. What? I don't know. I don't know what you're asking me. Okay. I'm too dumb for your traps. I'm too dumb to fall for traps. Can I I just want to say before we explain the right way to do it, this movie, well, one, it faked me out because I don't know if you noticed at the beginning of the movie, they're like, there were 10 barrels of petroleum on the ship. And I was like, oh, it's like Chekhov's petroleum. They're going to use that to sink the ship. But they never do. Instead, we're going to use a single axe into the 6-foot hole and um, fail at night. And then also, at the end, they're like, first thing we're going to do is lock up the lower area so he can only get out one way. And I was like, wait, lock up that should have been the first thing you did. And it should have been done on all ways of getting out of the lower instead of like forcing him out one way. That didn't even end up mattering. He just was there. So why didn't they even try to lock him in there? Well, we're going to get into that. The- He's been having a rough time. Yeah. That's like Naked Gun too. He fell down an elevator shaft onto 18 bullets. Just an accident. Yeah, they were very dumb and they didn't believe it for a long time. And then when he did believe it, the the guy was like, "You're not gonna think your way out of this one." Like, what? Your solution's like just to die? He's like, you're not gonna get out of this one. But yeah, but there was also a few days there where, or maybe even weeks, where they knew it was there and he was just eating one guy at a time, like eating the night watch, just being like, I don't want night watch. I think they said, I think they said 2 weeks to London when they already had people dying. But he only needs one person who he can bite regularly. No, but he was biting the girl regularly. Okay. I think he wanted to keep her as like a sexy toy. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We get it. Yeah, white women are like cocaine to him. Just a little taste, just a little more, just a little more. Got to gotta rush it, ration that shit out, man. Well, that's like the bad plan. We have other plans. Let's hear. Okay, let's just get into Chris. There's a Dracula eating us one by one, only at night. I dibs on not night shift. What's your plan? We're gonna do LSD. We're gonna do LSD. Great plan. After everyone's been killed. we throw ourselves at his knees and say, "Please don't kill me." Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about? They're gonna. Your plan is to create a submarine. That's not swimming. So you're saying just swim from 5 days out underwater? This is the worst plan I've ever heard. And why does it? And why wait till all the crew is dead until you're 5 days away? Why not 6 days away? You said 6 days out. You know that. You couldn't swim one day out. What? They're Josh Phelps. Chris, I am not going to be in a life or death situation with you. For God's sake, you're. Yes, that's why I'm not going to jump 5 days. 5 days from shore. Chris jumps in the water with a single potato. We're good. Just say flies. Yeah, you were like. No, it's my favorite thing. How many potatoes are you bringing? How? Chris, I cannot believe you right now. You know what? He has a good point there. No, no, no. He's got a great point. I'm in for Chris's plan now. No, Luciano. You don't. You're missing submersibles. That's that's the key. I just picture that like I I just picture this. This is like straight out of a movie where he's like, "I got a plan. We're going to use submersibles. We're going to send the ship, and we're gonna go through the water and get to the land 5 days out using submersibles." He's like, "Motherfucker, that's called swimming." Yeah, motherfucker, that's swimming still. Yeah. That's how long he was stuck under it, not how far he went. Okay, we gotta move on. We gotta move on. Let's just workshop a couple ideas. Let's not jump on the first plan. It's like it's a good idea, but it's a good idea, but let's try something. Okay, hear me out, guys. Submersibles, white women, submersibles. They have boats. Didn't they have other like boats? You can't hold your breath for okay. Okay, Chris is Chris is Chris is gonna go to London using submersibles. While the three of us now have to make our plan because we decided not to go with Chris's plan, and he is he is on his own now. We're waving to Chris as he swims away underwater. We'll see you on the other side. Uh, as I as I turn to Matt, that motherfucker dead. Um, um, so so Chris is now gone. We're down to three. I think so I think the most logical plan, and as good as Chris's idea is, I do think that we should take all the cargo first, crack of dawn, 6 a.m. We know. I guess this would be after we saw someone die from fire, so we're gonna lose a few before we learn that these things are weak to sunlight. But that's a sacrifice we're gonna have to make. So once we know that, we think, okay, at the crack of dawn, we'll all go down there and we'll bring all the cargo up into the sunlight as best we can. Hopefully, there's at least like 5 of us left, so we can physically do it using ropes. And we open it in the sunlight, and then we swim to shore. Sorry, then we dive and swim 5 days to London. No, we just open it, and they burn. I don't see how this plan could fail. There's there are no fire hazards. How could the ship burn? It's on water. Yeah, you can't burn wet. That's fire can burn. Oh, my plan doesn't make sense. My plan is logical. And if we don't want to risk a fire on the ship by magically somehow fire burns our ship, we could just push those cargoes overboard and just leave it in the ocean. Tell you what, we deliver the dirt. We'll deliver 95% of the cargo. Dracula's fucking dead. Why do you care what Dracula wants? Why do you care what Dracula wants? I love Chris's concern for Dracula, but Dracula needs that. Are you already a slave? Because we're gonna open them all, and he's gonna burn. Then the dirt's gonna just be dirt, and then we're gonna close it and deliver the dirt, and we'll say we'll take $74 instead of 75. That you know what? Shit. Prove it. Well, now you're just making nonsense. If you don't mind dying. It's at least like 4% closer. We can make that swim. We can make that swim. 4. 4 days. Chris, Chris, I'm saying this to everyone. I'm listen. I I want to say this to everyone, but not. Look at that kid. Look at Toby. Look at Toby. Concor- concordantly. How well? How deep underwater can he go to be out of sun? No, Toby's dead. I'm not talking about Toby. I know Toby's dead. What about if before the sun comes out he goes underwater and he goes deep enough where the sun can't reach him and he can hold his breath? So are we going with Chris's plan? Is that what we're saying right now? Obviously. And and um, and they've got the white women in London, from what I hear. Yeah, he wants it, and he go get it. Why is he from southern New Orleans? Now, I'm no big city lawyer. I'm just a small man. I'm a simple man from Transylvania. You may have heard of me. Transylvania. They call me Dracula. Friends call me Drac. You call me D. What was the question, Matt? Why is he now? He's a different part of the South. Now he's like Texas. Where's my woman? Ah, of course. Where's my white women? I do declare. I say. Where's my white women? I do say. I say. Don't forget all the people from where he's from are dead. All of them. Everyone in that country is dead. Didn't you hear? Yes. Sorry. They're just not living. Like why he won't. Like what do you mean? What do you mean? What's in their blood? Like why won't he eat them? I assumed they. She's her words. I wrote it down. Where in my country, there's no one left to feed on. Yes. I don't understand your question. what what's in their blood? AIDS? I did. I'm just trying. I'm just thinking of a blood issue. Yeah, would maybe they're hypoglycemic. That's I can't. What kind of blood? Guys, I pass. No, I pass. That's actually a good idea. Like that would be good in a movie. A good movie, not this one. Just like it. No, just I could see a scene in a future vampire movie where the main characters eat like a ton of garlic and it as a defense mechanism against vampires. Yeah, it's just a good. That's the whole movie. Yeah. Oh, are you hypoglycemic? Yeah. Did you watch the movie? I'll say. I'll say. I'll say. Garlic power. I'll say. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Just move along. Move along. Thank you. Thank you. So when I was watching this movie, I I noticed that Dracula was a la nude, and I noticed that they were conveniently blocking the groin region with different tabletops. That's what I thought. It's always like shot at an angle where it's like slightly covered, and then I assumed that they just didn't want to show Bat Dong, those cowards, and then but I was told they do show him full frontal at the end of the movie, correct? And he's Ken. Sounds like my ex. No. asking the asking the important questions. Mine doesn't. I mean, partially, I guess. He's saying fully retractable. Fully. Then it rolls out like one of those birthday blowers. Yeah, it rolls out. Yeah, makes a little sound. A little nubbin for some loving. So he was a Ken doll, is what you're saying to me. I want a Doctor Manhattan style full dong. It's ooh. Barbed penis. They're bold. The more you know, guys. I'm guys. I missed 2 minutes ago. Oh, cleanse our palate. Poor choice of words. Fair. Without consent. He's like that coworker who like goes into the office fridge and eats someone else's lunch. No, that was Matt. Anna, Anna was actually infected the whole time. Didn't tell anybody. I would have liked that to happen. That would have been a nice, yeah, under his influence. So she's the worst. No, I'm. What about what about that one-eyed guy who dropped the box and then left the ship? Uh, yeah, but he sabotaged them. He sabotaged the whole ship. But if he didn't do that, Maybe it would have been fine. Hmm. It was One-Eyed Willie all along. Yes, we almost we almost got out of there. We almost got out of it. No, I want to pause. Nothing's worse than submersibles. Nothing is worse than submersibles. You can't say. Don't try. I didn't. You know what? I think the real monster was all of us, all along. Fucking guy, low hanging fruit. Nose. I think it was his nose. But he, first of all, terrible joke. Secondly, Jack Nicholson knocked the door. I know. Jack Nicholson knocked the door, not with his face. He just put his face through the hole. Yeah. Time is a flat circle. Wait, what? Um, so yeah, because we knew he could use his arms in that scene, but he didn't. So that was a choice for the face. It's a bold choice, bold strategy. God, let's see how it plays out. It turns out his eyeball exploded. Um, it worked, but his eye was popping out of his head. It's true. Um, question: to, You said any body part. Do I have a barbed bat dong? Hmm. That's what I'm thinking. So I could saw the door with my barbed bat dong. I don't know how potent it is. It's not a saw like barbing. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go with your face, I feel like the chin would be. Nah, no, I think forehead's better than the chin. The top of the head? No, we're not. I'm going away from the head. Can I submersively go under the door? Yes, I got it. Uh, We just talked about the whole fucking movie. What are you talking about? Yeah. I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna own it. Um, yeah. I don't know if I covered it yet, but I did not like the CGI or the look of the monster. And I found it horribly unscary. This whole movie's very not scary, but I don't love horror, but I love movies like Alien and The Thing and Predator, and this seemed like that up my alley, kind of stuck in a spot with a monster kind of thing, and it was like, what do you rate a horror movie? Based on the kills is a big part. The kills sucked. They were the same thing for every kill of him just biting them, which I get it. He's Dracula, but like, come on, be creative. Yeah, like so the kills were bad. The monster itself was bad. The only thing with the acting was serviceable, but the story sucked, and the monster was bad, and the CGI on the monster was also bad. But the black guy lives, so that's a plus. But but Cunningham died, so that's a negative. They did kill a child, which is a plus. It's just it's refreshing when they don't follow tropes. That's all I'm saying. Yes, I'm getting to it, sir. No, you don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be an E because it could have been worse. An E for sexy lady. Ooh, 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 ooh. But something's died. Fair. Yeah, we should track all that and have a big graph. Well, aren't we good? Aren't we smart? Aren't we smart, guys? Ooh, we're jackathoning all the way to the top of the jackathon mountain. Yeah. Very possible. Very possible. Bye.